You know what? Let's wait. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. Okay, testing the sound, testing the sound. Sounds good. There Grace is opening again. Need to close the browser. Let's see if it will even let us in. Login status 7. Please don't do this to me today. Go. Go beyond 7. Yeah, it went. Yay! The game let us in. Oh yeah, we were in the arcade. Sorry, I'm yawning. I woke up like 1 hour ago. Because I have night shifts. Oh. Looks like I didn't upgrade my arrow roller. Forgot about it. What do you want? Senior, do you remember Denia? You met her at the new solar celebration. She was the one who got us those tickets. She has been in the infirmary since the last incident. They're saying she's still not in any condition to take visitors. It's not too much trouble. Could you check on her for me? I've been asking Nana for updates, but she tells me the same thing every time I work. Got it. Appreciate you, Senior. Found you at last, Ophelia. You haven't forgotten me, right? You are unsubscribed. Why have I heard of this line before? It's a Bowser! I'm no Purple Abby, never mind. Here is that one-in-a-year good message. The second anniversary of the second coming of Solaris is just around the corner. And your favorite game is back by popular demand. Is that so? You guessed it right. It's the game highly acclaimed QB Derby. Ah, yeah, I was checking. But there's the kicker. This time I will join the race myself. Make your way to the arena and prepare to be dazzled by my magnificent gallantry. By the way, be sure to join my supporters. You know how it goes. I'll bring that grand prize home without breaking a sweat. Okay. Ophelia, what are you up to? Busy? If you have got a sec, you should swing by the dimmer plains. The closest sector to the Strider Gate, so the Trenodian markers took a while to drop to safety threshold. Now the Academy is officially greenlighting the Lumen Initiative. Thing is, a lot of the faculty are still recovering after the last battle. We're short-staffed, you know how it is. But the dimmer plains does have fascinating ecology, so can I tempt you to join? Sure, why not? Count me in. Yep, well, until the local field servers are live, I will be providing related support. No field trips for me, of course, but I will be running OPS from the station. Coordinates sent. Heads up though, Solicia landing can be a nightmare to navigate. Plus, there are reports of rampaging exoswarm in the area, victims of past void storms. The Academy has got someone meeting you near the shaft. Oh, and an old friend of yours is already there. She's dying to see you again. Okay. We picked up some quests, I suspect. Uh-huh. So you are on the banner now. Well, there's so many banners, not enough currency. I'm practically not doing the end game. I'm not getting anything from this rock.
Whoa! Seeing you breeze through that rhythm game hit me with new inspirations. Whoa! Seeing you breeze through that rhythm game hit me with new inspirations.
Mm-hmm. Looks like there's some story mission.
Why do we have to pay for the food we developed ourselves?
That guy was asking really good questions. Why do we pay for food we develop ourselves? Like paying for your own solars.
Come on, you could just
Spectral
ask her for help.
indicates no running here.
If you got
Take
tired,
it easy.
be sure to show me that super
I don't
duper-
want to bother her.
Why has my novel been confiscated?
Oh.
She's right, little one. You might still have a way out. Because your suffering is nothing like hers. It cannot make you stronger. But neither will it last.
What the fuck? Hello.
Enough staring at the dead bird, Denia. Why did you kill it?
Sure, why not? And? Kitty, what do you want from me? Okay, you want to be on a lap. Okay. Give me a second to prepare, Kitty. I need to prepare your place to lay down. Go first. What is gay? Can you not touch the mic though? Oh.
What's worthless doesn't deserve to continue, see? That was mercy.
I am a woman. What is this Pokemon game? Are you Professor Oak? Oi, oi, oi. I don't like Great Architect. Their idea of mercy doesn't vibe with me.
Just hours ago, you accepted Aleph One's gift, the first in this world to do so. Now, tell me, how did it feel? I felt nothing. So, nothingness, the void, the dark, our good old friends. But why do you tremble, Denia? Everything begins in the void. And you, most of all, should find it cozy.
I wonder what you would do if I turned out to be like non-binary or something. I am not, but I think it would be a funny situation. What do you want, Kitty? Yeah. Love?
did you kill it? Self-awareness. A lamentable flaw in the course of evolution.
This conversation is a bit weird. Kitty, you are making me not focus on the dialogue. You sit down or I throw you off my lap. Sit this way. I grabbed her, turned her around so she would stop doing weird dance on my lap. Now you can lie down and hug the desk. Self-awareness, a lamentable flaw in the course of evolution. Why does it sound like the Grand Architect would prefer humanity to not be self-aware? Like, maybe we should all be just blobs without thought. There will be no suffering then, I guess. But I don't agree with this kind of logic.
Now, look up, Denia. What do you see?
The void. And the dark.
Good. Remember what you've seen. You will accept them, Denia. Become one with them. This is the world's first gift to you. At last.
In time, we will all meet again in eternal darkness.
No.
Vital signs indicate sustained recovery. Void matter activity remains within normal parameters. Target frequency has not yet returned to the syntony level. Initiating secondary protocol. Can you hear my voice, Denia?
I laughed because my cat was making stretched paws at me, like a baby. Mommy, take me up. Hi, Ophelia. This is Armand from the Space Trek Collective. Can you come by now? Denia is awake and being kept in isolation at the infirmary. We would like to work with you on her case. Sure, why not? Much appreciated. See you soon. Wait, why are you asking me? Am I now an honorary medic or something?
So, Denia, huh? You think she's alright?
Denia, the Fraxidus made no move while she was unconscious. Have they really abandoned what they worked so hard to achieve? Or are they biding their time for something else? Let's go see for ourselves.
You could just
Keep up!
ask her for help. She's not near.
Impossible. We will not agree to that condition. Please relay this message, Madam President. I'll take full responsibility. Rover is here. Yes, I understand. Please rest assured. Sorry to pull you in on such short notice, Rover. I'm Arman. I sent the message. The situation's worse than we anticipated, so I'll keep it short.
How's Denia?
She's awake. But just as we feared, the Fractsidus did something to her. After waking up, her frequency deteriorated rapidly into systemic failure. According to Rebel College's estimate, she has 1 week, at best.
What's gone wrong?
No idea. There's not enough time to even determine whether it's physiological or caused by the Threnodian. The new Federation is pressing charges over the Stridergate incident and the residual frequency on the dimmer planes. They want Denia handed over immediately.
Okay, what the... What? Since when New Federation has some kind of authority here?
We didn't comply, of course. Denia was a Star Torch Academy student. Sending her there would turn her into a mere research subject, and cost us our only chance to reach the truth or contest the charges.
I see the picture. When you say contest the charges, are you suggesting Denia is the key to breaking this stalemate?
Exactly. First, her connection to the Voidborn Threnodian has enormous research value. Even with the Stridergate sealed, she could open new directions for void matter science. And based on Iris's review of our prior interactions, Denia likely knows the source of the Threnodian frequency on the dimmer planes, the reason why her condition is worsening too. If she is willing to cooperate, we can resolve this before the new Fed forces our hand. We treat her, she helps with the report. It'll be a win-win, ideally.
Sounds like that didn't go very smoothly.
No, she's been resistant to any form of contact. This is where we need you, Rover. I'm sure you understand mental stability is a prerequisite for frequency control. You have prior contact with her, and your experience with Threnodians also makes you a safer anchor in the negotiation.
Denia might be a viable opening. But until I figure out what the Fractsidus is planning and where they are now, I shouldn't commit to anything reckless. I'll speak to her and make my judgment from there. Also, I want this meeting kept off the record. No files. Not even in Iris's archive.
Understood. And I'll leave this in your hands. Her identity is only known to very few now, I can assure you.
Okay. Enter sickbay.
Whatever her reason was for saving me and Hyuki back then, she still carried out the Fractsidus' plan. And the Grand Architect's next move is still unclear. Have to stay cautious.
Full of love, Kitty, yes? Full of love and demanding love. Meow. I don't have enough hands, though.
Denia?
I just saw Sagrika. That was crazy, Rover. I didn't think you'd actually, drive that thing off. So, you're just gonna keep staring? Do you always come empty-handed when you visit patients?
Lol.
Looks like she's free of the Threnodian's influence now. But that way of talking...
Are you aware of your condition right now?
Yeah, I'm dying, right? That person gave me a gift a long time ago. Said when the time comes, I'd finally get a nice sleep.
A gift?
Who knows? But it's not hard to guess, is it? Just like a collar you put on cats and dogs, in case they get ideas. No. Cats and dogs might be too generous. At least they can still bite. I'm probably closer to a lab mouse now. So, Rover, did they send you to sweet talk a lab mouse?
I could argue that in at least the case of cats, putting a collar on it is mostly for recognition.
Denia, I'm here because I chose to be. We've been on opposite sides before, but...
There you go. Still all serious.
But I want to try trusting you.
Right. In that case, am I supposed to look more excited?
I don't know. Why are you always like this?
Too bad, Rover. I can't trust you in the same way. You saw me at my worst there. And you're still playing this game. You want answers. That's why you're here.
I won't deny it. You did save me once.
Don't get the wrong idea. If you'd died back there, it would have been game over. If you really want answers, how about we make a deal?
A deal?
Yes, a fair exchange. The collective can't get what they want from me. But you just might get what you want.
What's your condition?
Maybe you could stay with me for my birthday. This weekend. I'd like to have a good stroll in the academy again.
I like her design, but I don't like her personality, you know? You know, this thing that you really like how character looks, but don't want to speak to them. Meow.
Your birthday is this weekend?
It could be, or not. Doesn't matter. What matters is you are there. I'm running out of time. Some things deserve a proper ending. With a good day.
An ending? What is she planning to do? But in her current state...
What? Doesn't feel safe even with you around? Then put another collar on me. Or a bomb. What's one more, right?
I'll see what I can do.
You mean that? But people at the academy, do they know?
I am special. I can do whatever I want.
Space Trek Collective never made your identity public. So for that day, you'll still be the Academy student Denia.
Always the busybody. Fine. Then it's a deal, right? Relax. I'll cooperate with their research for the next few days. Just don't get your hopes up. The Grand Architect wouldn't be sloppy enough to leave me unhandled.
Uh-huh.
Anyway, no point worrying about it now. I'll see you this weekend, Rover.
Cool, I guess. It's not much to comment on. This conversation was kind of wooden.
Rover? Something still bothering you?
What do you know about the Grand Architect?
I've never seen her true face. Wouldn't be surprised if the real one's already dead. You care about that, do you? I'll tell you more once you've kept your side of the deal. Rover? Something still bothering you?
Do you miss life at the Academy?
Miss my life at the Academy. Huh. What made you think that?
You keep staring out the window. That's where the dorms are.
When you put it that way. Maybe I do. The president once said that everyone ends up missing their school days when they grow up. I guess that really was my golden age. Rover? Something still bothering you?
Why did the Grand Architect leave you there?
Trash gets dumped, you know? And those little tricks of mine, she probably noticed long ago. Or maybe she simply decided it was better if I died here. Because you always try to save everyone? Even someone like me? That kind of stubbornness must have gotten to her. Rover? Something still bothering you? See you this weekend, Rover.
Rover, how did it go? Is she willing to cooperate?
You pass along Denia's request to Armin.
A birthday? At the academy? I see. That is an unexpected request. But if that's the key to cooperation, the collective will treat it as a special case.
She said she wants a proper ending for some things. But I don't know her true intent yet. We'd better be careful.
Noted. We'll initiate a full risk assessment immediately and draft a comprehensive operational and contingency plan. Thank you. Would you be available in the afternoons of this weekend? She asked for you specifically.
No problem.
Much appreciated. We'll ensure that all procedures and contingency measures are fully in place. I'll send you the finalized plan before then. Let's stay in touch on Wave's line.
Wait for 2 days. Sure, why not? 2 days later. Ophelia, the approvals are true. Everything is set. You can pick up Denia at the station. Oh, Jesus Christ. They put her at the station. Most annoying thing is teleporting around Starchurch Academy. Oh, I am wearing my school clothes again.
You're here, Rover. The procedure and contact list have been sent to your terminal. All steps and contingency measures are included.
Denia's birthday schedule. Operational procedure and approved contact list for the escorted outing of specially confined resonator Denia. Classification restricted. 1. Basis for approval. Pursuant to the Lahai-Roy Void Matter Protection and Safety Regulations and following joint review by the Department of Void Matter and Academy President Lucilla. Approval is hereby granted for the specially confined resonator Denia to conduct escorted activities within limited areas. 2. Operational procedure. Project lead, Dr. Arman. On-site lead, Ophelia. Security configuration. Ophelia shall accompany the subject throughout the operation. Special response force personnel are to remain on standby. The confined resonator Denia shall wear a resonance suppression device, which is linked to the iris system. Activation authority for the device is delegated to Ophelia. The on-site lead may at any time issue an activation command to the iris system. Phase 1. Departure. The subject Denia shall be transferred into the custody of the on-site lead at the Starchurch Academy station. Phase 2. Central elevator. The subject shall proceed via the central elevator to level 1 of Starchurch Academy. Meetings with declared contacts are permitted within this area. Phase 3. Recreational Garden Zone activity. Activity within the recreational garden zone is permitted. The on-site lead shall regulate and restrict the subject's contact with secondary contact. Phase 4. Residential zone access. Visits to the communications and commercial zones are permitted. Window browsing only. No purchases are allowed. Contact with secondary contacts remains at the on-site lead's discretion. Phase 5. Archive access. Entry into the archive is permitted for document review or meetings with declared contact. Personnel allocation and access control for this area have been prearranged. Phase 6. Return. The subject shall be escorted by Ophelia back to the Starchurch Academy station and transported via designated train to the Space Trek Collective for reconfinement. Additional notes. Contact duration with secondary contacts must be strictly limited. The subject is prohibited from any unplanned food intake during the operation. 3. Security contingency measures. Venue and personnel control. Operational areas and personnel movement shall be subject to access control to minimize contact with non-essential individuals. Void matter contamination control. If abnormal frequency fluctuations or void matter activity exceeding threshold levels is detected, an immediate alert shall be triggered and emergency suppression authorization procedures shall begin. Unexpected contact management. The Special Response Force shall enforce access restrictions. In the event of unplanned approaches, the on-site lead Ophelia shall make the initial judgment with the Special Response Force personnel remaining on standby. Emergency Protocol. The on-site lead may issue an activation command via terminal or voice to the iris system to activate the suppression device. Upon activation, the Special Response Force shall execute the retrieval of the subject. In addition, the on-site lead is authorized to take necessary action at her discretion in response to emergent situations. 4. Appendix. Approved contact list. Core contact. Ophelia on-site lead. Primary contact. Sigrika declared contact. Hiyuki Special Response Force lead. Nastasha declared contact. Secondary contacts. Isaiah Academy Station. Banlu approved department activity in the Academy Square area. Elska approved department activity in the Academy Square area. Manson approved department activity in the Academy Square area. Cosmo Academy Square. Okay, that was long and sounded very professional and very clinical.
Very detailed. I see a resonance suppression device and declared contact entries. Everyone's agreed on those?
Yes. At Denia's request, we used her terminal to schedule the meetings under a recovery discharge notice. She'll be approaching them today as a student. The suppression device was her idea, a guarantee of cooperation. She said it would make things fair, even though she doesn't really need it in her current state. Here, take this. If she starts feeling unwell, have her use it. It should make her feel better.
What is that? Some bottle of medicine or something?
So, you found a way to relieve her frequency failure?
No, these are only tranquilizers. We've adjusted the dosage for this operation. As for a treatment plan, we'll try and work out a revised version as soon as possible.
No wonder Denia behaved that way last time. She had already seen this coming.
What's the bottleneck?
The diagnosis from Rebel College shows that the problem doesn't lie with her resonance ability, but a failure in her self-regulation mechanism. We're still validating several hypotheses regarding the symptoms. Hopefully, we'll have answers soon.
This is looking grimmer than I thought. Still, if it's related to Threnodian frequencies, the Black Shores might have better solutions.
Don't concern yourself with the research. For now, we'll need you to focus on today's operation. Please contact us if anything arises.
Are we good to go?
Yes. Hope you both have a pleasant day.
So, I'll be in your hands today, Rover. You promised me a birthday, remember? Why the serious face?
I have to keep the operation under control. You didn't sound like this last time.
Because today, I'm Denia, a proud student of Star Torch Academy. Come on, try it like me. Loosen your mouth, relax your eyes. There. See? You look nicer when you smile.
I can do that. But remember your situation. Don't...
Yeah, I know. Finally, they let me out for a walk. Feels kind of nice being a student, doesn't it, Rover? Funny. You'd think there'd be more people here on a weekend. Don't tell me. They heard I was coming and decided to hide. This way leads to the garden zone, right?
Yes. This is where you're supposed to meet Sigrika.
Oh, Sigrika. When was the last time we went shopping together?
Well, shopping is not permitted though.
If
That was...
the elevator breaks, do we get stuck here?
Lol.
I can cut it open.
And lol. I can cut it open, as if it was normal. Just
Wow.
Tuesday.
The elevator was fast.
Let's go, Denia.
This feels like walking into an exam. You'll have my back when she starts asking questions, right?
The first thought I had when I read that report was, if this is supposed to be a birthday, then why did they prohibited shopping? Feels very clinical, not like a true birthday.
Hey, Rover. Wanna swing by the arcade first?
Are you trying to avoid Sigrika?
Oh, so you saw...
This is your own request. Give me a reason to cancel it.
The reason is... I'm not feeling so great. Maybe we should just...
Senior! Denia?
Wow. Hi, Siggy. Did I keep you waiting?
No, I just got here too. Oh, why are you with Denia today, Senior?
Well, we're having fun. The doctor asked me to keep her company. She wanted to go for a walk with me.
You... I didn't realize you were that close. But that's nice. At least Denia finally gets some fresh air. Every time I went to the infirmary, Dr. Luke said you still needed some rest. So, are you feeling better now?
Oh, I was better a while ago. Guess it's just bad sleep. I mean, a ward's never as comfy as your own room.
Bad sleep? Have you been having nightmares again? I heard what happened last time really affected a lot of people. You don't think it's because of the void matter contamination, right?
Of course not. I just pretended to be sick for a bit longer, so I don't have to get back to class so soon.
Lol.
Relax. Having Rover watch over me is plenty. Come on, Siggy. Didn't you want to go photograph the white bird in the garden? It'll be off duty if you don't hurry.
Okay then. Make sure you catch up with us later on, Senior. Did you know, Nia? The photography fan club is planning to apply for a studio.
They have budget for that? Was it the prize they won from the campus event?
Yeah. They won't stop talking about how much they owe you.
Blech.
Sigrika will probably start asking questions. She just said goodbye to me, and I am still walking just behind them.
You're yawning more than usual today. Are you sure it's not some kind of after effect?
No way! I've just been inside too long. Got a little sensitive to sunlight.
No, no, no. You can't stay shut in all the time. A little sunlight is good for you.
Oh, too bright.
Denia is a vampire, just like me. I am yawning too. Denia is infecting people with yawning.
Look! The photography fan club's here. Wanna go say hi?
I'll pass. A bunch of camera-obsessed weirdos. Their prize money has nothing to do with me anyway.
What are you talking about? Without you, they would have shut down by now.
Prize money?
It was for an Academy promo thing. The theme was Star Torch, Moments of Happiness. Why?
You're good at photography, so you're a pro.
I was the model, actually. Someone came to me and said they'd buy me a luxury buffet if I agreed to pose for a couple of photos while eating. For a moment, I genuinely believed they were being generous. I even skipped a meal on purpose. Turned out their luxury buffet was the cafeteria.
But the photos came out beautifully. They even made it to the Fuel's A Seal-Proof Guide to Enrollment.
It's just marketing for freshmen. You smile no matter what you're eating. That's what being a model feels like, I suppose. Besides, you know I never really liked taking photos.
Yeah, you're right. The only time we took a group photo was when Nivora insisted. Huh. Speaking of Nivora, I wonder how she's doing now.
Siggy? Let's take another photo together.
Really? That's a first for you.
Come on, Rover. You too. And can I borrow your camera?
So this is what it's about?
All right, ready? 3, 2, 1.
Cheese!
Aww. Aw, such a nice photo. I am looking like a outsider, of
I'll
course.
save the photo on Rover's terminal for now. We can print it someday.
Look! In the photo! It's the white bird! It flew that way!
It's not a white bird. It's an origami. Wait a second.
An unidentified rare species. The fabled pure white bird. It's been a year since we first saw it, and we still haven't gotten a close look.
Calm down. For all we know, it could just be someone's resonance ability.
As if. You and your dry humor, Nia.
I guess not all of your messages are showing. I am looking at the restream chat. I saw this message about the origami bird, but the first one I only saw on my streaming screen, not on the chat. I wonder why. Because you tagged me? That's why? I don't know. Anyway, welcome! Now you can judge the voice for yourself. Wait, why that happened? I have no idea. Maybe Restream is having issues, but the other messages are showing properly, so... Wow, why are you running so quickly? Hey!
We've got the mind-bending herder, the eccentric traffic illuminator, the ghost girl.
Wait, I didn't unlock this teleporter. Let me do it while I'm still here.
We've got the mind-bending herder, the eccentric
I'm pretty sure it flew this way. Where did it go?
Why don't we split up? You head that way, Siggy. Rover and I will check this way.
Okay. Ping me on the terminal if you find anything.
We've got the mind-bending herder, the eccentric
There's not a big
traffic
noticeable
illuminator.
difference. Actually, if you didn't tell me you had a new mic, I would be none the
What's
wiser.
the other campus mystery?
The previous one just had a weird issue with
Dark side.
cracking in the background. I could hear it on the VODs. Whenever I was speaking, there was the crack, like very low frequency crack in the background. Now it's not anymore.
Hey, can you imagine her face if we told her the white bird is just Hiyuki's ability?
Lol, you noticed it too.
So it really is her. That kind of cold frequency is hard to forget.
I know, right? It just what? A really subtle thing, yeah. The previous mic had like issues with cracking. Or it was OBS, I don't know. I noticed that if I hit the mic enough times it would stop. So now it kinda looks abused. Because it got dented. I was hitting it too much. But the new one is different. New one is more... professional. I was aiming for a mic with the hand. The previous one I had to buy a hand separately, but this one already has a hand. You can also use it with a phone. I read the instruction. It is Maono mic. I will give you a proper name. Maono PD200X. It was basically for free. I had so many points from my job that I needed to use that basically this mic didn't cost me anything. You know, our company has like this thing that they pay you regular salary, but also like you get a certain amount of points monthly or something that you can kind of swap for various gift cards and stuff at various shops. So I just used the opportunity to waste some of my points because I had like a lot of them accumulated because I wasn't buying anything using them. So I just started using them recently to lower the cost of purchases. Like the new keyboard cost me basically nothing too. Just the cost of sending it and nothing more. Yes, this is the same setup as on the previous one. I just changed the mic that is being inserted. So the filters are the same. The filters are the ones that you helped set up. I kind of want to hear what it sounds without the filter, just out of curiosity. Okay, give me a second. How does it sound? I added a new source. No filters. Haha. Wait, no. The previous mic also had filters. You didn't hear me without filters at all. The previous one just had a very specific set of filters. Including a special plugin to control the levels. But this one is speaking too much noise. I can basically see my fan from my laptop being picked up. Coming back to the filtered one. The previous mic that you were listening to had like the same filters as here, just with a bit different settings. But it also had like how to name this plugin? VST plugin. I had two VST plugins set for that previous mic. And there were like specifically set up to reduce the noises from the background. This one doesn't have those plugins added. Or if it does, they are set to the minimum. Or are set to 0, basically. This is way better. What do you mean? The now or before when guest asked to hear the mic without any filters at all? Thank you for dropping by, James. Bye-bye. I just came in, so you are listening to the filtered one. I was just disabusing guests of the notion that the previous mic I was using didn't have any filters, because it did. It did have a lot of filters. It had compressor, 2 VST plugins. One was Rear standalone, the other was Rear Gate standalone. The noise suppression levels, limiter and expander. The same filters as now, minus the VST plugin. Just the other mic had completely different settings on the filters. I was like using a special video, like a video that was titled "Make any mic sound like a pro," something, and I was setting the new source with that video in the background, showing me how I should set the compressor, the noise suppression levels, limiter and expander. I simply didn't add the VST plugin. That VST plugin has like several plugins you can pick from. And before I was using them because they were like recommended for the mics. On the video I watched years ago. No. To turn off the filters, I would have to remove them. So I couldn't really turn them off on the other mic I was using. Because I would have to remove all of them. And then I would have a problem because I would have to set everything again, you know? So you didn't hear the previous mic without the filters, and now it's in a box. I put it in a box and I can show you how it sounded without any filters. But this new one, like I said, I added a new source. Just didn't set any filters on the source, so you could hear the mic without any filters. Like I said, without any filters, it's picking up background noises, like my fan in my PC. I can see it like a little green thingy being picked up. With filters, I don't see it.
Will she be watching us like this the whole time today?
Hyuki is just doing her job. And she's kinder than she looks.
Yeah! Oh, I wanted to comment. My Hyuki. My female Finan. My female Finan. With tragic backstory. Why Hyuki must suffer. Why everyone gets their happy ending and not she.
I know. She sometimes reminds me of you.
Really? Ah, yeah. Because she's a savior or something?
but unfortunately, that's my least favorite kind of person.
Wait, what? Why?
What? Are you saying you care about my opinion, Rover?
No? I don't, but it's still weird to hear that.
Sorry. Being straightforward doesn't do it for me.
Okay.
Okay. I'll stop. I wonder how Sagrika's getting on. Let's go find her.
I have to pick up the games that Lizzie is playing too. Like some of those dating sim games. Like for different pace, because I am playing too many gacha recently. I feel gacha overloaded. I need some normal game. But yeah, your unfiltered mic catched a lot more depth. A lot with the fan. Rover ties are wow. I know, right? I may be asexual, but I can't really stop looking. Those are really nice legs, very plump. Just saying. You kind of have this urge to, you know, touch it and kind of squeeze. Like a rubber ball. Yeah, I don't experience sexual attraction at all. I only experience aesthetic attraction and other types of attraction, just not the sexual one. So for me, Rover's legs are very aesthetic. And because I am a freak, I keep comparing it to rubber balls and stuff, because you know when you have this really nice rubber ball that you squeeze, it's like, yeah, this is cool feeling. What Gundam Freedom? What Gundam Freedom? What are you talking about? Also, coming back to a mic. Those are the same filters that Guest was setting for the previous mic. So they may not be good for the new one. But because they were good on the previous one, I was like, okay, if we add a new mic, then the filter should still work and show a lot of depth. Don't worry, Restream chat is still showing your messages. I can still see them. Oh wait, there is a message that I need to accept. Ah, do you experience magnetic attraction? It could mean you're a robot. I don't think such a thing exists. You see, me and Pedro are mecha fans, so hearing you're an asexual might mean you might really be into mechas. I mean, I like mechas, but not in that way. Hello, Wozetka. But I don't know if you're familiar with the Transformers comics. Yeah, Transformers comics. And in Transformers comics, Transformers kinda explore the idea of gender and sexuality, you know? So, technically, when the character is a robot, they don't really have to experience the same range of stuff as humans, you know? But in Transformers, it's really cool because you can see them asking questions about gender, about who they like and who they don't like. Because Transformers also have a love life, if you didn't know. So the same could be applicable to Gundams if Gundams weren't just giant mecha suits. Because, you know, Gundams are not the same as Transformers. Transformers are like a race of mechanical beings. And Gundam is like just a huge humanoid-shaped car. Yeah? They sometimes have some level of self-awareness due to some AI or something, but most of the time they're just a machine to be piloted. Sexy women! I know, right, Wuzetka? I was just talking about how I like Denia's design. The pink lady here. But I don't like her personality. Also, we were talking about Rover's legs. Rover's legs are another level of... Wow, that's nice. And I was, of course, going into my freak about squeezy stuff. Like, you don't have to experience sexual attraction to look at boobs and legs and be like, I wanna squeeze it. I like them too. You see? And you are... Wait. Are you straight? Because I don't remember. I know you are marrying a guy, but doesn't mean to mean anything. They are very squishy. Of course they are. I don't know, man. The geometry on Vita's mech were... I mean, Vita's mech is really nice, just saying. I am bi. See? See? Now I remember. Bi woman. Marrying a man doesn't change anything. You will still simp for Rover's legs anyway. Husband must accept this. Hi, bye, I'm gay. No, Guess just subjected you to that joke.
She headed this way, right? Where did she go?
Oh, so this is B-on-B wedding. I like it. Also, does it mean that your man will be simping for Luke? This hot doctor in Wuthering Way? I can already see that.
Attention all Academy students and staff. Please review your...
Oh, I can already see Janek being like, this man is really nice. I don't want to put any shade on heterosexual men, but it's really cool when a woman is bi and a man is bi because they can like enjoy fiction without restraint. Like, do you know those heterosexual guys that get jealous because their girlfriend likes a fictional man like Gojo or something? It's kind of funny because they feel like they're losing the fictional character, which is to me like, what is your problem? You have to need to go to therapy if you are feeling endangered by a 2D man. Sometimes we're like, do you see that man-woman over there? See, this is a mutual appreciation of reality. We're both simping. That's exactly the vibe. Not like heterosexual men can't really appreciate other men, but because of the society in which we live in, a lot of heterosexual men feel scared to appreciate beauty of other men because they fear being perceived as gay, which is kind of stupid because even if you were, does it change anything? Even if someone mistaken you for a gay man for like 5 minutes, does it change anything? Not really. Senior, I lost track of you guys. I am at the communications area right now. Got it. But some heterosexual men really feel threatened by the very idea of being perceived not straight. As if it was some kind of, you know, nuke to their identity. Which is kind of funny and stupid. Romantic attraction is different from physical aesthetic attraction for us. Yeah, true. Like we were talking about me being asexual for a second. Like I feel sexual. I don't feel sexual attraction, but I do feel romantic one. Though it's kind of weird.
All right.
Because romance isn't really like a clear-cut thing. Sometimes you don't know if what you're feeling is love or just admiration or something else. Really hard to discern, at least for me, between a friendship and love. Because, for example, I had like very traumatic and very strong feelings when I was ending friendships with people that to me kind of feel stronger than any romantic breakup. But that's probably because I never had any romantic breakup, so I can compare. But you know, the feelings I had when I was breaking a friendship were really intense. So how do you kind of, you know, recognize which is which? I don't know. People say, you will feel butterflies in your stomach. But then another person will say, no. Butterflies is a sign of anxiety, not romance. You are under stress. Don't mistake the butterflies. This is stress, not love or something. I recently saw that kind of interpretation of butterflies in your stomach. And I was like, you know what? That kind of makes sense. I mean, it generally is, but lots of hetero couples mix them. You mean the romantic attraction and physical, you mean sexual aesthetic? I know, like, how to explain this. For a sexual community, we treat every type of attraction and everything related to
Where are we off to next?
experiencing world separately. Like, we separate everything. Sexual attraction is a separate thing, romantic attraction is a separate thing, aesthetic attraction is a separate thing, libido is a separate thing. If you want or don't want having sex is also a completely separate thing. Meanwhile, so-called allosexual, meaning people who feel sexual attraction, to allosexual, heterosexual, straight people, like, you know, those types of attraction often intersect and intertwine, so they kind of can't imagine the idea in which, like, they don't align. So they kind of often look weird at our sexual community, because for us, more often than not, those attractions don't align completely or don't exist in some areas. Yannick is buying me gay fantasy novels himself, so I'm confident he's not threatened. That's the proper, you know? That's the proper approach. Though it reminds me about that Instagram... No, that was a TikTok video. About that lady that is a yaoi fan, and her husband started reading yaoi. And she was like surprised because her husband was like a straight man, and he was really enjoying those gay comics, you know? And people, when she made that video, didn't believe her that her husband really is enjoying the gay comics. They were saying, oh, he's only reading it for you, it's fake, he doesn't really like it. And it was not true. He really liked those comics. So, you know, you don't have to be certain sexuality to like a certain piece of media.
You can't find it either? Maybe not today then.
Seriously, Siggy, if you went into biology, you'd be a legend by now.
I just want to confirm a new species before I graduate.
That new species is an origami paper bird.
And you really don't come out enough, Denia. A little more activity would be good for you.
Please, give me a break. I'm not exactly built for running or fighting like you are.
Oh, speaking of not being certain sexuality but still enjoying a certain piece of media. Me not feeling sexual attraction doesn't mean I won't read media that contain sexual scenes or are completely about sex, like smart books, like smart fanfiction, like smart doujins and comics, you know? I will still read them. I will even judge if the sexual scenes are properly made or not. Like, do I feel something when I am reading this? But not in the weird sense. Like, do I feel like the characters have a connection? Is this sexual scene important enough? Is it really well written? Do they have, like, emotional connection or something? That's important to me. Like, people are laughing that the people who are the best at writing smart fanfiction are usually asexual people, because when we write sex, we are not really interested in the physical parts. We are interested in the emotions that come with that act, you know? And a lot of people keep praising our work because we are delving really deeply into what characters are feeling while the sexual encounter is happening, you know? The connection, the thoughts, you know? Like, yeah, you have to write down the physical parts, but the physical parts without any emotional parts, any thoughts, internal thoughts, and are kind of meh. Kind of boring. Like taking a sausage and hitting a wall or something. That comparison was weird.
Since when are you bad at fighting?
Oh, right. Didn't you say you wanted to call home? The booth looks empty right now.
Oh, it is. That's rare. There's usually a line here.
Go on, before they start worrying. I've got some family matters to handle too, using Rover's terminal.
Okay then. See you in a bit.
You know what? But I am also a sucker for women in pants. Like, gacha games seem to forget that pants exist. And whenever there's like a lady in pants, I'm like, those pants look so good. Like, Zani's entire charm is in those pants.
I know what you're worried about. I remember everything from back then. Why would I ever contact those people?
Women in pants and men in skimpy skirts. Yeah, also. Can you imagine that before, like in last century, women wearing pants was vulgar? I assume it was because the pants are kind of like showing the body. Like the dress is covering the body, yeah? But the pants are kind of highlighting how the legs look, how the body looks. I guess that was the idea. But also remember, in ancient times when men were running around in skirts all the time, it was not a problem. Every man that is obsessed with Roman Empire, in my view, automatically is not allowed to complain about men in skirts. If they complain in men in skirts, they are not a true Roman fan. Because their idols, all those Roman soldiers, were running around in skirts. Gacha men deserve to dress as luthier. Yeah, I have a feeling that gacha men are kinda going slutty by being covered up from head to toe, but their clothes are getting progressively tighter. So it's kinda like a nun kinda image, but very, very like in reverse. Instead of like covering the whole body with like a piece of clothing that is very briefy and doesn't show the shape of the body, they're wearing clothes that keep highlighting their bodies, but they're covered like from head to toe, so you can't see any piece of skin. You can only imagine what's under that t-shirt that is barely holding on this chest. Pants were bad because you weren't wearing a tent from the waist down all the time. See, this is why Finan and Maidi are funny, because they're ancient Greek Rom, but they still wear pants. And you know what? Finan is sluttier in pants. If he was wearing a skirt, he wouldn't be as slutty as he is, though at the same time, I guess his legs would be more visible in a skirt. So we could appreciate his legs like we appreciate Rover's legs, I guess. But I feel like the pants are kinda doing the same thing. Especially because Finan's pants are very tight. Meanwhile, Maidi's legs are also have pants, but they're mainly covered with like very high... like he has an armor on his legs that is as high as almost his groin area, you know? It's covering the whole leg.
Then who are you calling?
This'll do. I'll just open the comm, and you can wait here with me for a while.
You have been doing this all along?
Yeah. It was all made up, to keep her happy. But I didn't realize how much effort it takes to keep a simple lie going.
This will only complicate things.
Also, let's not forget that some dresses still function as male clothes, like priest's clothes is a fucking dress. And the judge, the official judge clothing is also a dress. Like a very formal one, but it's still a dress.
But I can't be honest with her, can I? She's all cheerful on the outside, but she bears more than enough worries for her size. As her friend, that's the least I can do. And besides, having a sweet, trusting friend like her around is a great cover, isn't it?
That's self-deluding.
Oh, I thought you'd put it more gently.
You said to my face that you don't like my type of personality, so I am not holding back.
All right. Looks like she's finished her call. Let's head over.
Perfect timing. We should go check out the new desserts.
Oh, this part. Finally.
What made you want to buy cake today, Denia?
You'll find out Soon enough.
Is she even allowed to eat cake? Hey. Hey. Also, I have a feeling that Pedro and guests have no right to actually be surprised. At my sexuality. Yo, where in the chat when we were talking about this?
Today's new desserts include frostwort dumpling, fern spore kelp biscuit, pine needle lichen roll, and, on special, jarred fish muffin.
What is this food? You were on the lazy chat when that happened. Don't act coy with me. Or you are dementia, man, and you don't remember that. I remember everything I talk about. Well, not everything, but most of it. Also, I don't like this fish.
Those names sound intense.
Yeah, it doesn't look appetizing.
Do you think you could assemble them into a cake?
No, please don't.
What a terrifying thought, Nia.
Taste aside, the operational procedure was very clear about food intake. I should check with Arman.
Patients need to be careful about food safety.
I'm just going through the motions. She can eat it for me.
I happen to know a team that specializes in desserts. We could order a cake from them if you want. What kind of style are you thinking of?
Oh, really? Then can I add rainbow bean pop rocks? And creeping torch pine nuts. Oh, and some fruit crackle too?
What is happening? Why is she having thoughts like this?
Denia, you can't put pop rocks on a cake. You need to start with a base flavor.
This turned into a comedy suddenly.
Okay. Let me think. Let's get an orange cake. I promised Sigrika we'd celebrate together. She likes oranges. But make sure you add everything I mentioned earlier, okay?
Okay. Tell Arman about the cake. Denia needs birthday cake, but I don't think the ones sold at the academy will work. Even the vendors won't touch those. Don't buy them. Why do you even have a dessert shop then? If nobody wants to eat there. Oh no, OBS got... OBS is barely working. We will take care of the cake. Ingredients and preparations will need to be vetted. Did she specify what kind of cake she wants? An orange cake? Copy. There are some additional requirements. Add the rainbow bean pop rocks, creeping, touch pine nuts, and fruit crackle. Arman has withdrawn a message. Understood. We'll make it happen. Expect completion this evening. Wait, what did you send that you needed to delete?
Have you decided yet? What's it going to be, Denia?
Keeping it a secret for now.
The cake will be ready by tonight. That's quick.
Tonight.
Tonight might not work for me. I promised Professor Mornier I'd help out at the reactor drive today.
Well, that's a shame, Siggy. I was hoping to share the birthday cake with you, but I guess you'll just have to make do with the leftovers.
Birthday cake? Wait, today's your birthday? So that's why Rover is...
Denia wanted to surprise you.
Then I'll leave Professor Mornier a message.
It's all right, Siggy. I'm sure you've got something really important to do with Professor Mornier.
I am sure it can wait.
Well, asking for a day off once in a while wouldn't.
Denia.
Nope. No running away from it. How can you become the kind of person you look up to if you run away from something like this?
Honey. It's not running away. She can do it tomorrow. Okay? The birthday is important.
But aren't you the one who's been telling me it's okay to run away this whole time, Denia?
It was just to make you feel better. I say it to everyone.
No, you're acting super weird today.
Ah, she picked up on it.
All of a sudden you asked me to come out, had me take pictures with you, revealed it's your birthday, and told me not to run away. It's not like you at all.
Siggy,
Are you hiding something from me?
Oi, 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 she caught on very quick.
Couldn't you be a little less perceptive at a time like this, Sigrika?
If you want me to keep playing dumb, I can do that, and I'll leave it there, as usual. But there's only one thing I want to make sure. Will you still be celebrating your birthday this time next year?
No.
I will.
Liar!
Then next year, we'll celebrate your birthday together. Promise?
Promise.
Liar!
How about we make a cake together when the time comes?
I thought you said there's only one thing you wanted to make sure of.
Denia still has some checkups to do tonight. Maybe after she's fully recovered in a few days.
You sound just like Dr. Harrison, Senior.
Well, I'm not a good actor, it looks like.
It's fine. We've made a promise. Right. Off I go to sort out some files.
Oi, oi.
You go get those files, Sagrika.
What is this, even?
Happy birthday, Denia.
What are you doing? This interaction is so weird. It's like an emotional scene. They're parting ways, and suddenly she's like, "You get go those files, Sigrika!" Like, what? Shouldn't you be screaming, "Come back"?
That was tough. I'm never good at this with her around. Well, that made things really awkward at the end. If you'd just listened to me and moved on.
Sigrika really cares about you.
Oh, sneaky you. Being so nice and kind all of a sudden. To be honest, I'm really impressed hearing those words from you. I suppose you must have gone through plenty of farewells, haven't you? Strong, caring. Keep it up and I might actually fall for you.
What? Did she just say that? Was that a gay woman? You had exactly the same thought I did. I know, logically, that female characters usually say those types of lines to be playful, and they're mostly jokes. But it's still saying that kind of line in a Chinese game where there is a censorship, you know?
Alright, break time's over. I almost died of boredom being stuck in the sickbed these past few days. How about you and I go play some video games, Rover?
ZK. I saw someone recently call my favorite yaoi a slop. How dare they? That's evil. I can't say I got angry, but I definitely called them a homophobe. Like, it was also under a video that was tagged with the pairing. I know that people don't often check tags, but shouldn't they check the tags before they post something stupid like this? Because that someone called my favorite ship a yaoi slop as a response to someone else pointing out the yaoi, yeah? So you have a video tagged with the yaoi pairing, someone pointing out something within the yaoi pairing, and then someone responding to that pointing out as in saying it's yaoi slop and you see it everywhere. As if the person who posted that message, pointing something specific in the ship, was delusional and seeing everything everywhere. It's so annoying. Just saying. I will just literally start calling those people's homophobes and I won't care what their response is. Because their response is always the same. They always say, no, I don't hate queer people. I am a supporter. No, you are not. If you are getting angry at people shipping gay pairings because you can't see it, you are a homophobe. I also can see a lot of pairings, but I'm not going around and calling every heterosexual ship ever as a heterosexual slut, you know? Because there are good pairings that are heterosexual. I only will ever judge the ships that are really bad. Rozsierdzona. I guess I am gay now. Why are you gay? Where did that conclusion come from? You know, heterosexual romance often suffers from really bad writing. So to make a canon heterosexual pair good, you really need to, you know, put some work into writing, so it wouldn't be bad. But when it comes to shipping, shippers really need to stop being like, oh, I like these two characters together, but not actually build anything. Then they go around complaining that their heterosexual ship is not popular and there is no content. Write it! Create it! Draw it! What do you think fandom is for? You think all those gay fanfics, fan art and stuff are popping out of nowhere by algorithm or something? No! We make it! Because we love the ship. You have to really love the ship and create stuff with it. You have to create content. You can't just go around complaining there's no content when you're not doing anything. Be the change in the world you want to see, basically. Liking mechas gay? Ah, I guess guest is only now catching up to my comment about Transformers being gay. You do go inside the... Well, you do go inside the car too! Does it make you gay for driving a car? You got inside the car? Oh, you can go inside the plane. Are planes gay? You go inside the house. Is house gay too? Is living in a house gay now? You're telling me the taxi people made me gay? No way. No, if going inside somewhere counts as being gay, then you were gay all along. Because you had to go inside your house. I knew something was wrong good. Education is gay then. Do you enter education? Ah no, you have to go inside the school. That's true. And it's inside the university building and inside the classroom. Everything is gay. Everything is just an act of penetration. If Freud was here, he would approve. Like I can see it. No, wait. He wouldn't approve. Freud was a he was a homophobe.
Oh, is that... Hey. Do you know the girl who always shows up at the cafeteria?
Sadly, he was a homophobe.
We developed ourselves.
So he wouldn't subscribe to our theory. But he's also the one who was claiming that the little kids sucking on Lego means they are craving sexual activity, so... Maybe we shouldn't use Freud as a derivative of anything.
Look at all those games. What do you have in mind? I was thinking Lahairoi blocks.
Cat chow!
Wait, really? I even gave you the hint.
Okay, really, what the heck did I miss? Oh, a lot? You missed a lot! We had like a conversation about this, that, and that. There were so many topics. I can't really summarize. I feel like you'll have to watch the VOD.
Don't tell me. You're the type who during a date wants to watch separate movies and just meet up afterward.
Does it even count as a date if you go to separate movies and meet afterward? I don't think so.
Playing Lahairoi blocks with you brings back bad memories.
Aw, you have such a good memory. All right, let's start with your game.
She called it a date, just saying. She is the one who said that. Oh, I remember this game.
Wait, that character you're using, is that me? That feels a bit odd. And is that Sigrika next to you? Oh, there's a cake coming down.
Keep the joystick steady.
Is Sigrika moving faster than I am? Here, let me give it a go.
All yours.
Poop is also falling from the sky. Ah, I lost control of the... Why is she going like this?
And I'm dead.
I feel like she did it on purpose. I lost control of her at some point. Started doing whatever.
I guess Sigrika and I don't make much of a tag team. Shame.
Huh? You know what they say. Get good.
I haven't figured out these new games yet. Let's just go play Lahairoi blocks, Rover.
Okay.
How about we compete for high scores? I've been really good at it since I was a child, you know.
Is this why you threw blocks at me? Sure. Skill issue!
Awesome. Thanks, Rover.
I have a feeling she just wanted to say, oh, I died. Oh.
I didn't know you were this good. Well, anyway, I was wondering, how did you and Siggy get acquainted, Rover?
We met during the new solar celebration.
Ah, I heard Siggy mention you were a great help. Any stories you mind sharing?
You know what happened. Weren't you the ones behind it all?
That wasn't my plan at all.
Oh?
You were gonna say goodbye to her, right?
I suppose. I wanted to treat her to some cake, and then get it off my chest when the time was right.
You mean the birthday, the goodbye, or you've been lying to her the whole time?
All of it, I guess. I actually hoped she'd be angry.
You want her to be mad at you? Why? Such a nice reflection.
That way, by the time she realizes I'm gone, she won't feel as upset. Knowing your ex-friend died is better than losing an actual friend. Right?
She won't see it that way.
That is why I hate people like you. Keeping all the burdens on yourself when you know you can ignore them. The exact way of life I loathe.
That is really depressing view. I know, right?
But you still encouraged her.
This game gets really depressing sometimes.
Oh, sneaky you. Beating my score while I was distracted talking.
What is with gacha games and deciding for others how they will should feel? I guess it's just, you know, typical emotional drama. Like, you see it in every fanfiction too. Like, you know, when you have this person going around, they will definitely hate me. They definitely don't like me. They definitely don't think about it. And it's really common in romance too. Like, in general, you know, you read the comics, is it with a romance, and there's like, oh, he must be the one that doesn't like me, or he will definitely feel bad when I do this or that. Or something. Or he won't even miss me because I am like a character this is a side character or something. Like, I don't understand this thinking. Like, fucking talk to them. I mean, if we think about real human relationship, yeah, just communicate. But when we are thinking about this in a story sense, like this is for drama, then you can understand why they are not talking. They keep assuming stuff. So then the talk becomes less and less viable option because they fear that they can confirm their assumptions, and they don't want that. They prefer to assume everything on their own rather than being told it to their face, no? And they never take into the account that the other possibility is that their assumptions will turn wrong. Because that's a too positive outlook. No. Everything bad will happen, yeah? Yeah. That annoys me to no end. Oh, emotional drama is like that. I don't make the rules. Emotions are dramatic only if you keep assuming stuff on your own and don't talk. It actually became refreshing when a couple or people in a story actually communicate their feelings. It's like, wow, they did communicate. I didn't expect that. Now communication became a twist in the story because the other types of the same story kind of built different expectations. Unfortunately, that's a very human feeling. Yeah, it is human. Like, a lot of people has issues with communication. Me too. Some people don't even know what they are feeling until they actually talk to someone. Like, a lot of feelings of resentment cannot even be perceived until you start talking with the other person. So the incentive to talk isn't really always positive, because what if you start talking with the other person and you suddenly realize everything that is the problem and you won't be able to deal with that, you know? It's just the combination of fear and certainty makes it really hard to communicate. Yeah. On the logical point, we can see that assuming on your own isn't really a good idea. And you should ask someone to know for sure. But the fear is enough to stop you. Because what if they actually confirm your fears? What if they confirm all those bad thoughts you had? You don't want to hear that. It's better... People have this kind of approach that it's better I hurt myself than they hurt me, you know? It's better to hurt yourself than let the other person hurt you because it will hurt more. It hurts less when you do it yourself, basically. And it's the foundation of every emotional drama ever in media. That's why I was laughing that when they actually communicate, it's like a eureka moment. Like a very rare thing. It's your day, ruin it yourself. That's unhealthy AF. I know, but who said that characters are healthy? We are not healthy at all. Everyone is fucked up. That's why I said, if you actually get a pair of characters that have the healthy relationship with feelings and can communicate, it's like, wow, they really did that. Wow. I didn't expect they will actually communicate. I relish the drama, you know. I really love drama. I love this type of thing. I have like a mixed feelings about misunderstandings, but the self-inflicted thoughts, I like reading people being like self-deprecating. Because you can kind of use it to make the character work on themselves later on. But you need to establish that first, you know? That they think that way. That they would think that way. That even if the other person behaves right and doesn't give any indication of anything, that this person that has self-deprecating thought will still invent something for themselves. Even if it doesn't make sense. It doesn't have to make sense. In their brain, it makes sense, you know? And then, when the drama continues, there is the moment, eventually, when the drama is being resolved. And they finally realize that they just hurt themselves on their own, for no reason. And that it was stupid. That's a growth on the character's part. Finan in fanfics is doing that a lot. He's that type of person. I don't know, I like characters often that also... The characters I like often have issues with self-hate. I don't know what it tells about me. So I kind of eat the drama, you know? I eat the drama like a cake. How else am I supposed to beat you? It was you who used this trick first. But I know, Vozetka, that this is annoying. I agree with you. If we were all emotionally healthy, the world would be better. But we aren't. And a lot of us like really like those messy emotional drama, you know? One, because it's entertaining to see the characters spiral. And two, it's really close to home for many readers. Like, I relate to this. Yeah, that makes sense. And sometimes, like in Wuzetka's case, it breeds the feeling of frustration. Which is also a really funny feeling to have when you read something or watch something. You're like, when can you finally resolve your issues. Do it now. This feeling kind of makes you keep going, keep reading, you know? You want them to see reconciling, and they need to do it now. Therapy ruined pop culture. True. Now I had in my mind that video with that guy that says this line. I can't stand one more season of you emotionally egging each other. This is a perfect line here to use for this specific type of interaction with media. Like, I can't stand watching you doing this for much longer. Sounds like you read Rent a Girlfriend. No, I don't really like this type of stuff. I avoid every medium in which you have like renting a girlfriend. I can stand like a random two people mutually choosing to fake date, but I can't stand the media in which there's like a service that provides you a fake girlfriend or something. No. It doesn't vibe with me. Hey, wait, doesn't that mean you like Kazuya? He has a lot of self-hate, you see. I don't know who Kazuya is. I was thinking about Finan and Tony Stark and other characters like this that have a lot of unresolved feelings with themselves. The more complicated character is emotionally, the more interesting they are to me. Because, like I said, I eat the drama like a cake. They are my blurble. I like reading about their emotional turmoil. Oh, Kave is another example. He's from Rent a Girlfriend. See, I didn't watch it. I don't know who that guy is. So, you know, because that type of media doesn't vibe with me. The whole idea of having like a service to rent a spouse, girlfriend, or whatever, when it's about women, it kind of is uncomfortable to me, you know? Because it kind of, in your head, you are thinking, okay, so women are dolls. But you can rent. Like, what the fuck? I know it's not this type of medium, you know? I am pretty sure that there's like some cute romance or something, but the very idea of such service existing kind of bothers me. How else am I supposed to beat you? It was you who used this trick first.
Messing up little things like this every now and then can actually make you more likable, okay? Anyway, it's getting late. We should keep moving. The archive is usually my favorite place for pastime. I'd like another visit.
I am now reading a comics in which a girl gets into a contract marriage with a guy who clearly has a thing for her, but she's completely unaware of that. So they are in that contract marriage, and I'm like, yeah. Realize that this guy is head over heels for you. Do it. Let me think about another character with a lot of self-hate. It doesn't, I mean, they often, it's like not the only type of character I like, you know, but they often tend to become my favorites, you know? But not Sunday. Sunday hits too close to religious trauma for me. In the bad way. Like, if he wasn't the one in the priest position experiencing the stuff, I feel like I would have less of a problem. Like, if he wasn't a priest that tried to become a god, I would vibe with him, you know? If he was like a regular person, not a priest, I would vibe. But because he was in this position when he was the priest preaching Christianity to me on the screen, I was like, no, go away, bye. I am the Robin girl. Between the siblings, the Harmony siblings, I am the Robin girl. Like, I could vibe with his religious trauma a bit. I can understand it, like, on logical level, but because he was a priest that was trying to impose Christianity on the entire planet and become a god, I was like, nah. Go away. I prefer your sister. Your sister sounds more logical to me. We're talking about priest and the beds. What about Blade? I feel like Blade got a lot of bad... Like, the game did Blade some kind of disservice. Because how he was portrayed at the start of the game kind of instilled in my mind this idea of a creepy stalker that tries to kill you. And I couldn't really vibe with him. Even after there were like scenes showing him in different situations, like with Kafka, the scene with Kafka when she was trying to help him, and then the scene with Firefly when they were riding a car. You know, I thought those scenes were cool, nice, because they were showing different side of Blade, but they were not enough to change the previous characterization of the character until now. Like, in Plan Arcadia, they actually tried to change it, so I kind of am vibing more with him now. He started even looking to me like Mighty a bit, especially during the last event we were doing. Like, we were doing this event this week or last week? Anyway, the Blade in that event was behaving very much Mighty. So he kind of got warmed up to me a bit. But initially, I was thinking about him as a creepy stalker guy. Even when I knew it was because of Shuhu and stuff, the idea of creepy stalker guy wasn't overshadowed yet. He's suddenly the comedy relief now. Yeah, I mean, there was a collab with Fortnite, and I remember people online getting batshit crazy because they were screaming, "This is destroying the character of Blade! This is mischaracterization!" because of the animations that are in Fortnite. And I was like, that was right after they showed us the trailer for Honkai Nexus Anima, in which Blade was literally smashed in the face with a cake. So I was like, I feel like the Hoyo doesn't really vibe with the characterization you want. Because Hoyo doesn't care. Like, Hoyo is like, yeah, this guy is a creepy stalker that tries to kill Dan Hang, and then they're like, oh, look, he has a cute doggo and you can smash him with a cake. Oh, and we have a collab with Fortnite in which he can walk like a lady. And now actually, in the newest event, we also put an ears on him, like the fox ears, and he looks cute. Nah, Edward from Twilight was a stalker. People loved him. Don't remind me, I am not the Twilight girl. I am everyday happy that the Twilight era happened when I was already too old to be interested in it. Also, I never were like a vampire person, you know? I like vampires, I like werewolves, but I was never this type of person that liked vampire romances, you know? If you give me vampire romance, at least give me a vampire romance with a werewolf, not a human. Romance with a human boy. Boring. I need the tension. I need the hate. I need the you know, them resolving their issues. Being like Romeo and Juliet of the opposite factions. The opposite factions that hate each other. They need to be together in spite of everything. With human, you don't have that. Fortnite X-Blade, that was big. Better collab than Fate. Well, Fate collab was... It was funny, actually. You know why? Because it was happening during 3.4, when we were learning more about finance. And I kept laughing at that collab because they not only picked Fate as a collab, they picked a specific version of Fate. The Unlimited Blade Works, which I actually watched as an anime, and I was like, okay, Finan is both Saber and Miyashiro. He even made his sword, basing it on the sword that Flame Reaver had. And I was like, this is a Miyashiro and Archer! And then they made us visit Iris Elysia, and everyone was like, this is Britain. And then in the event, the same map for Iris Elysia was used for Saber. And they said, this is Britain. And I was like, yeah, because Saber is Finan too. People also call WuWa Britain. Just saying. Nah, Blade will definitely do the greedy. What do you mean greedy? Love triangle, you know, between Edward and Jacob. I must say that Twilight would be 3 times more interesting if it was about Edward and Jacob. Or at least if Bella was some kind of vampire hybrid or something, you know, vampire werewolf hybrid and was running away from persecution. I actually had a dream like that. That Bella was a hybrid between a vampire and werewolf, and her werewolf pack hated her and she was running away from them and they were chasing her. And somehow Andrew Serkis was in that dream, and I don't know why. It was just after I watched Andor. He suddenly appeared in that dream and was like, yeah, Bella, come here, I will help you. And suddenly they were in prison, they were doing a prison break. And I was like, what the fuck? I guess you're Team Jacob. I am no team, because I am not Twilight girl. But if I was to choose, I feel like Jacob is prettier. I just like the werewolf guy more. Britain, Mao. My any chance, did you watch Boku no Hero? What about the Tomura guy? That guy has a lot of self-hate. I don't generally like villains. The Tomura guy doesn't... I won't like him because he's a bad guy. The character with self-hate has to be in a hero position for me to like them. Also applies to Sunday. Sunday also was a villain for that story, or antagonist or something. Okay, if it makes you feel any better, Edward and Jacob did kiss in real life. Well, now I am sad that it didn't happen in the story. Also, do you know that Twilight is actually a Mormon propaganda? Do you know that vampires in Twilight are not vampires but actually Mormon angels? Like literally, vampires in Twilight are Mormon angels. And the entire Cullen family is a Mormon church. And those vampires that they have beef with are the Catholic Church. Because they are doing the Christian stuff not the way the Cullens wanted. The Cullens created their own little thingy because they hated the church vampires. They didn't like the typical Christianity, they invented Mormon Christianity. You really have a tight criteria. I am just not a villain girl, you know? I can like... I like villain ex-villain, you know? Like the... I may dislike Carnage from Venom comics as a villain, but I vibed with the Venom 2 movie in which Carnage, the Cassidy, had a woman and he really loved her and they were committing crimes together, you know? Is that what the author said? Author didn't have to say it. Author is a Mormon. I got it. Lelouch Lamperouch. This time for sure you will like him. Who is... Ah. I know who it is. I didn't watch that anime. I had a friend who really liked him, but I never watched that anime. So I can't say anything. But he really, from the videos I saw of him, I got the vibe that he was going for I am the bad guy kind of thing, though he was the protagonist of the story, so I guess I can assume that he wasn't entirely bad, you know? The mecha show I know. Code Geass, yeah? I didn't watch it too, despite being a big mecha guy. Listen, I am a big mecha person, but I didn't watch Evangelion, you know? I watched Gundam. I watched Gundam, but not all Gundams. I watched specifically Gundam 00 with the Kurdish protagonist. I also watched Transformers and Medabots. No, Lelouch was bad, but he is a bad guy for someone he loved. I mean, it makes sense. I can vibe with that. I wouldn't probably like him, because bad guy. But I can appreciate that he is a bad guy for someone he cares about. What turned me off is that right after an NPC character got killed in the first episode, one of the female leads sat in the robot and the angle is from her ass. Oh, Gundam 00. Orewa Gundam. Yeah, I didn't watch the older Gundams. And when I remember, I don't know if the Gundam 00 was still airing or it just was finishing airing, but I somehow stumbled on it. And I really liked the entire story of Setsuna F. Though it was kind of weird that he became kind of god at the end, but well, they had the special particles that were magical in science and something, Schrödinger, whatever. I liked the political side of that thing. But the protagonist was like complicated. He was like a child soldier of a Kurdish origin that was forced to do a lot of bad stuff when he was a child. But then he became a hero. But because he did all those bad stuff, he was like, had the problems, you know? Because one of his comrades, like he killed the brother of one of his comrades when he was still a child, you know? And that was a problem.
Hey, why are you just standing there staring at the vending machine?
It was really, really deep into the morality of war, if you know what I mean.
You expect me to find some...
There was also that guy that normally would be a protagonist but was like an NPC guy, and that woman that he liked, that girl, that her entire family was killed by the bad Gundam on the wedding, and then she joined the bad Gundams without even knowing that she's joining the very organization that killed her family. That was also interesting. Gundam generally is very deep into war. I feel like Gundam is one of the only genres that doesn't shy away from talking about the horrors of war and how complicated it is and how we can't really say what is good and what is bad.
Denia, I heard from Armand that you've been hospitalized in the infirmary for the last few days. How are you feeling?
Like, there are still things in Gundam that are objectively bad, that we know are objectively bad, but the relationship of the characters to certain events are complicated. You really should watch more mecha. For some weird reason, there is an unwritten rule, every mecha having politics and philosophical themes. I know, right? Though, you know why I am not watching more mecha? The issue with how they are treating the female characters with mecha genre always kinda bothers me. There was one series of mecha that I watched that had a rape scene and I dropped it right away. Especially because that anime tried to somehow frame the rape scene as, oh no, it was necessary or something. And I was like, no, go away. All Gundam characters are similar like that. Even in the first Gundam, the MC was 15 and was forced to pilot the one weapon that could change the tide of war. Well, this specific setting is not really only mecha thing. You know how every protagonist that is a hero is somehow chosen to take part in some kind of thing that is related to war, like Star Wars, Luke Skywalker, Harry Potter, everything literally with male protagonists with hero's journey has something like, oh, he was chosen to wield this thing or have this power and change the world, but there's war. Oh, there's war. He needs to win the war for us or something. But with Gundam, it's more, you know, the war is everywhere. The Gundam world is really fucked up. The only version of Gundam world that is not fucked up is the Gunpla series, where they're existing in reality in which Gundams are just a piece of media and they're playing with Gunpla models in some high-tech setting in which the computer turns their Gunpla into actual robots that fight, you know. And he even refused to pilot the Gundam by throwing a tantrum, but his captain slapped him twice. That's bad. In Gundam Zero... Is Gundam 00 the only Gundam you watched? No. But the only one I liked. There are like also Gundam adjacent stuff. Like, did you watch Aldnoah Zero? It's like a Gundam adjacent. It's not exactly Gundam, but they still have robots that they're fighting. Like, I don't necessarily watch only Gundam, you know? Like, I watch stuff that have robots. So it doesn't have to be Gundam. Gundam 00 had like the best like visuals. I really have a hard time watching older anime right now. And most of the Gundam anime are old. There was one series I started that was later released from Gundam series, but I don't know, I dropped that one. I still have to watch that with the Witch, that everyone says that it's a lesbian Gundam show. Witch of Mercury or something. But I was raised by Tekkaman Blade. Tekkaman Blade is not entirely like Gundam. It's more like a character is having a magical girl transformation, but the transformation is into a robot. Or because they're wearing robot battle suit or something. Yeah, you can't view it in black and white. You have to view them in the grays for mecha. Sure, but mecha protagonists are more human. Gampla mentioned Petro. Oh, Gundam build fighters. Yeah, that's one of my favorites. You know, because I was raised by Tekken and Blade, my pet peeve in watching those robots is not the robots themselves. It's people sitting in the cockpit and screaming whenever the robot is hit because they feel pain for the robot. And I'm like, yeah, drama. I am cruel, you know? So, when you watch the Gunpla build fighters, it's incredibly funny when they are in the cockpit of the video game and they start screaming because they feel pain. Like, I am there for this. Yeah! Hit the robot! Make the player feel the pain! In one of the Gunpla series, there was even an entire plot point about brainwashing and some girl being brainwashed and also feeling pain of her mecha. There was also one situation in one of the Gunpla shows where the particles they were using for the video games ran rampant and they actually materialized the real Gundam in the real world. Like, it's kind of skirts on the fantasy sci-fi side, you know? Like, the one of the Gunpla protagonists was from the fictional universe, you know? He was isekai'd into real world. I know I was rough. I know, right? Nostalgia baited me into watching it again, and it did not what I saw in the rewatch. What other Gundam did you watch? I think you should try Gundam Seed. Yeah, I watched Gundam Seed, I think, and I dropped it. It's one of the series that has some great female leads. Isekai mentioned Ayo. Isekai is everywhere. Wait, maybe I am wrong. Maybe it was not Seed. Oh, okay, I didn't watch the Gundam Seed. I mistaken it for something else. I get that there are a lot of mecha shows out there, but Gundam offers something very different. Its drama revolves around more realistic stakes and isn't stuff like rivalry. I mean, I sometimes vibe with rivalry. There was one show, I don't remember how it was named. There were like a protagonist and his rival both were piloting a huge robots. And they had to cooperate a lot to win, you know? I don't remember what the show was about. But I remember watching that show and thinking, this is super gay. No, Pacific Rim is not my thing. It's not the same vibe. I tried to watch the Pacific Rim movie and I got bored right away. I am not out of mechas, but I have to be in very specific mood to watch a mecha anime, you know? It's for me like with Omegaverse. Usually I don't watch it or read it, but I need to be in a very specific mood to want to. And I have the same with mecha. I really need to crave some drama, some pain, some problems. Be really starved for it to start watching mecha again. Which from Mercury, in my opinion, doesn't seem to be the best for you. Focuses more on drama between lesbian female protagonists instead of politics. But the plot twist is one of the few things that are worth watching for. Did you not hear what I said before about how I love drama? I will watch it for drama between lesbians. It doesn't have to have politics, you know? I appreciate that politics are there in Gundam, but I don't watch it specifically for it. If there is drama, I take it. You got bored of Pacific Rim? Nah, I'm unfollowing. I don't know. I just started watching the movie. And I watched the movie. And I watched the movie. And I didn't feel anything. And I was like, meh. And stopped watching it. I didn't even go to the middle of the movie. I don't know what was wrong with that series. Maybe how they are showing the insides of the robot doesn't vibe with me. Oh, does Power Ranger count as mecha? Because technically it does, I think. I mean, I know it's a different type of genre because we have like warriors fighting evil, having like super robots that join forces, become big mecha or something. But I would still count it a bit. How can you be bored of two men doing Kalen 10 things in a giant row? I don't know, it looks like a gym. As if they were in a gym. It looks like something weird. I would prefer it if they had like separate cockpits or something. I'm telling you, Natachi, Gundam has full of drama and problems. I know. I watch it. I just don't watch every single Gundam show. Because I don't have time for it, and I am not in the mood for it all the time. You don't understand. Drama in which is kinda shit, because it's high school kids fighting with their mommy and daddy. No, that's actually the drama I want. You don't understand. My family is fucked up. I need to see other kids suffering like me. Like I did. Our friendship hinges on your opinion on Power Rangers. Do you watch the American or Japanese Power Rangers? That's what Kali Tentics are you them in the gym. I think the one that was airing in my country was the American one. I think I never watched the Japanese version. I know that it's more campy though than the regular ones. I remember that first Power Ranger show that had a Godzilla Green Ranger, and I was like, yeah, Godzilla, because I am Godzilla fan. And I was so heartbroken that he was evil at the start, but then he became friends with them, and they were fighting together. What are you posting on Facebook?
I'm fine. There's nothing to worry about.
Well, you look paler than you were before. A patient should get plenty of rest.
I'm posting this on Tumblr. Oh, the Green Ranger. I don't know. His giant Godzilla mecha just did it for me. I was always waiting for him to play his little flute and summon my favorite Godzilla robot.
And this is... Oh, wait! You must be Rover, right? I'm surprised to see Denia with you. She didn't cause you any trouble, did she?
No.
No, not at all. It's her birthday today, and the infirmary asked me to take her out for some fresh air.
Did they now? That makes it sound even more suspicious.
Have you known each other long?
Sure. She wasn't hard to miss. Taking naps here in her first week of school. When she heard I needed data on the Void Storm at the time, she just rushed out of campus with that sketchy bubble of hers. What were you thinking, really?
That was ages ago. Can we please move on?
The drama in Seed is like more stakes, because the plot revolves around the main character coming to terms with fighting against his childhood friend, who is actually a soldier on the opposing forces. I like any type of drama, just saying. Also, I don't really take recommendations from people. You know why? Because I noticed that things I like, other people don't. And what other people like, I don't. So I can't really rely on recommendations of other people. I need to check stuff on my own. Because I don't want to get frustrated with people who go to me and recommend me stuff and say it's amazing, and then I watch it and it turns out to not be amazing for me, because it will give me this feeling of betrayal, you know? It will give you this feeling, I thought you know me! How dare you recommend this to me? And I don't want that. So that's why I don't take recommendations. Like I said, I am usually not in watching the mecha mood. I didn't watch mecha anime in years, to be honest. I am now in my isekai phase, to be honest. I know it's a slop, but it's my slop. We gotta lock in, Petro. You are not going to change my mood. Okay, another good Gundam show. 0080, War in the Pocket, only 6 episodes, and main character is a 10-year-old boy. Oh, you're gonna trigger him. Isekai. I got this. I like isekai, transmigration, and regression. Recently, I keep reading those comics, anime. I'm looking for queer stories with this exact thing. That's how I stumbled upon the Bean Counter manga. It was really good. I really liked how they commented on the unhealthy Japanese work style. Yeah, how everyone was horrified at the job ethics of the protagonist and tried to fix him, help him to stop being the corporate drone. Wait, what was the name? In the English version, it was called Isekai Office Worker. It's about a guy named Seiichiro. I was laughing because it's like one-to-one isekai story to scientist power is omnipotent, but gay. This is exactly the same setting and plot, just gay. Wait, isn't that the BL one? Yes, it's really good. Like I said, I am looking... I always, when I get into an idea, I start with the basic idea and consume the media with the basic idea. But then the more basic idea of isekai or any other thing I consume, I start getting like, oh, I want to see how this trope would look like if it was inverted. Or I would want to see someone play with this or that trope. Or I want to see this exact setting, but queer. I'm starting looking for stories then that kind of play with the tropes, start inverting them, putting them on their heads, add the queer subtexts, you know? So with isekai, regression, and transmigration, I'm currently in this era of my interest when I am looking for stories that play with the trope and the genre more, and where I can find like queer stories with it. You know, funny enough, in Gundam Iron-Blooded Orphans, there is a hinted gay relationship between these two dudes. And they were sitting together in the cockpit, and I think it had better chemistry between the Witch Gundam. You don't get it! Lesbians are awkward! Lesbians are super awkward! They need help! But I feel like the show that I dropped may have been this one. Yeah, I dropped this one. iron-blooded orphans. I don't exactly know why. I was just watching, and suddenly I didn't want to watch anymore. So I stopped. I don't know the reason. It sometimes happens to me when I watch a show and suddenly I lose the drive to continue. Wait, I might just have one thing. Let me see if I can find it. Huh, I want to see that because there is a high chance I already saw it.
Well, I feel I should pass it on to as many people as possible before I graduate. And you? Try not to be the hero all the time. Just learn to lean on the people around you more often.
I guess it's boring. I got bored of it too, a bit. I mean, my brain is like ADHD, you know? So it needs to be fed. So it's a better response to stories that have like periodical thing that can feed the ADHD crave, you know?
Graduate?
Ha! I knew it. Guessed. I already saw this one. And it's not gay. But it's hilarious. I loved that one. Akajaku Reijo Oji-san is about an old man who loves anime. He has a wife and a daughter in the real world, and they are all geeks about manga, anime, and stuff. And he gets isekai'd into his daughter's favorite otome game, but he is isekai'd as a villainess of that story. But the funny part is that he doesn't look weirdly at the girls in the otome game. He doesn't start simping for them or anything. He just starts behaving like a dad. And it's so hilarious. Because everyone falls for this dad in the body of a teenage aristocratic girl. Everyone. Like, the only queer part is that the protagonist of the game also gets the relationship points when interacting with the villainess. So this is the queer thing, but it's not meant to be queer in that sense that he will get together with that character. No, it's a comedy. It's a crack. That everyone falls in love with him, but he doesn't even want to be loved. He is there to help those kids have a better life and get together with each other, and he will watch them as a proud parent, you know? Because he already has a wife and a daughter in the real world. I didn't watch Isekai Oji-san, mostly because that Oji-san doesn't look right. I don't like that. I have a thing for nice aesthetics. So he looks too much to me like, meh, creep. It's even if he isn't, he just looks like that because he's drawn that way. So he doesn't scratch my aesthetic sense. I don't know why, but that anime is really funny. I legit picked it up with the intention of dropping in the next episode, and what do you know? It took me to the final episode. Yeah, because that's hilarious. It's hilarious isekai. It's a comedy. It's a peak comedy. It also plays with a lot of dad jokes, a lot of dad themes. It really likes to use the dad jokes. So it takes a man to be best girl. I mean, I guess. Just can't step. He can't just stop himself. He just keeps acting like a parent to everyone. And everyone likes it. Yeah, but that's the appeal. His looks plays a big part in the show. He gets mistreated because he looks like an orc. I don't like that. automatically drop every story that has like nerdy looking, ugly looking person who is mistreated for their looks. Or I drop every story in which there's like a fat guy who is abused for being fat, and then when he gets isekai'd, he suddenly becomes fit and handsome. No. If you want to preach to me that love is a feeling that exists regardless of anything, you can't preach to me a story in which an ugly person can't find love unless they become an ikemen, you know? Ugly mistreated person for their looks. Not accurate. Well, Shrek I watched. But Shrek is not mistreated for the entirety of the show. And the entire story is about accepting that you are the outsider. And that you can be happy. Shrek is a story of positives. Shrek is a story of outsiders, ugly people who are taught that they also deserve love. That's why I like that story. Because, for example, in the Shrek 2, the mother, the godmother, tries to tell Shrek that he, as an orc or ogre, doesn't deserve happy ending, doesn't deserve love until he's human, you know? And that entire story, he changes into a human for a while, but then the entire ending of the story is about how he is loved as an ogre. Because Fiona tells him, I didn't fall in love with this beautiful man you have become. I fell in love with my ogre Shrek. He said something about onions. Yeah, because ogres are like onions. That's the thing. Isekai Oji-san got to become an ikemen. Ah, wait, Natasha, I found it. An isekai right up your eye. Mao, Evelogia, Nemo, what? You don't get me at all. You think that any BL will do it? No, it needs to be a good BL. If I was younger, I would watch this one. But I don't know what to expect from it. Because there's like... It's a bit complicated. Evelogia is a child in that one. It doesn't matter if he is a top or... Because I think he is a top in that one. He is a child. I know he is not a bottom. That's not the problem. The problem is that he is a child. If it was when he was an adult, yes. But not right now. Well, you just don't know what you're recommending to me. I mean, in Evelogia, the idea of the buff man being the bottom vibes with me, okay? It's cool. Let the buff men be bottoms. The issue is that Evelogia is a child. If that story started when he was an adult, I would give it a try. But because he's a child, it kind of makes me uncomfortable.
Here, This is for you. I never got the chance to give it to you. You were always nagging me about that Roy and Fairy Tales collection. I had a friend print it in color.
I like mecha, but I have to be in a mood for a mecha. You can just force a mood, you know? Guess we'll go back to Power Rangers.
I had no idea it's your birthday today. So, consider it a birthday gift from me, Denia.
Do you ever watch JoJo when it comes to poses? I am not watching Power Rangers for the poses. I'm watching Power Rangers for... cool robots. Fighting.
Nastasha, your hands.
Kamen Rider doesn't scratch the itch.
Just a minor issue from that incident earlier. Don't worry, Dr. Herson said I'll barely notice it in a few years.
Oh no.
It's from that void matter contamination.
Nah. Doesn't scratch the itch. Petro just left. Hey, come back. Well, I'm sorry. I am very picky. Wait, if there is an isekai mecha with family drama... Lol. It doesn't have to be family drama, just saying. It needs to be some kind of drama. Anyway, I don't know. Kamen Rider... I don't know if isn't a bit too campy for me. Like, when you watch Power Rangers show, they have to have this specific balance of campy and not campy, you know? And I feel like the Japanese ones are a bit too campy. Like, you get embarrassed a bit watching it. Like, you get the second-hand embarrassment feeling sometimes. I am not willing to give Kamen Rider a try because I am afraid that I will get this feeling of second-hand embarrassment and won't be able to take it. Go shower. Well, there is an isekai mecha, but it's not that interesting. Do you want to hear the funniest mecha I watched? It was very hodgepodge of everything, basically. There was a huge robot, but there was also a Nobunaga guy that was a young Ikemen man, and there was like a Joan the Arc, and they had the robots. I watched that one. The setting didn't make much sense, but I wanted to know how it ends.
But if it can heal, as you said, then there's really no need for you to leave, right? With all those advanced techs of the Space Truck Collective.
I don't remember the name. Ah, Nobunaga the Fool was the title.
Well, that's exactly why they deemed it's no longer safe for me to stay here. Something about Lahai Roy's environment makes the contamination even worse for the nervous system.
But...
Wasn't I supposed to limit the interactions with people like Nastasha? Exactly because of what is happening right now on the
Who
screen.
would have thought my own thesis would set me up for early retirement?
But you once said your dream is to...
Unveil the secrets of void matter particles for all mankind? I recall saying something like that, yeah. But listen, Denia. Dreams are sometimes just...
No, that's not it. Even someone like me can tell. Everyone here signed the agreement. If they choose to leave Lahairoi, that means...
Calling it quits. Not even close. Who knows, maybe I'll come back from the new Federation in a couple of years. It's too bad you'd have already graduated by then.
That's not what I meant. You've always been a great student, Nastasha. It shouldn't have ended like this.
Calm down, Denia.
Everything that's happened... It's all my fault.
Oh no, she spirals.
What's with you today? How is this your fault?
I'm sorry, Nastasha. Denia's not fully recovered yet. You'll have to excuse us.
I see. Keep your eyes on the road. She seems a little off today. Oh, and happy birthday, Denia.
Aww. We talked so much that I didn't finish this quest. We're talking more than actually doing the quest.
You okay, Denia? Your frequency is very unstable now. You should take your meds. Come with me.
Did we really stall you for almost an hour trying to find that one mythical show you might like? Yes. I was like so ready to type "we win" when we locked in, but we never did. That's why I said I don't take recommendations. Because you never know what someone likes and what vibes with them. And you will also, you run the risk of someone who recommends something to you getting offended, that they say no all the time. That's why I don't take recommendations. I can give them, but I don't take them.
Based on the frequency shown during her complications, things are worse than what Armand said. At this rate, she won't even last a week. Is this why she chose today?
Try to comfort her. Try to sit closer to her.
Nastasha's got talent. The collective won't give up on her.
It doesn't matter, to be honest.
You're right. I've been lying to myself all along.
It doesn't matter if you're experts. I'm just saying that everyone is different and everyone will find something else appealing. And I am just very picky about what I find appealing and why. You know? So giving me recommendations is really not good. Because you run a risk that I will get super angry. when whatever is getting recommended to me doesn't turn out to be something I like. I really can get angry over that. Because I am a type of person who doesn't like to waste time. So when I give something a shot, and someone recommended it, and it turned out to not be what I like, and I wasted time for it, I will get really angry. Yes, exactly. This will be the hardest challenge I will ever face. Challenge. Ha 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 ha. I am a challenge to you. I am not a person. I am a challenge now. Zetka, play Despacito.
I'm sorry. I lied to you. It's actually not my birthday today.
Yeah, I know. Why use this as your excuse?
That's because a birthday is supposed to be proof that you were born. That's what they always say, right? Everyone has a birthday. Zagrika has one, so does Nastasha. Even those tarred E units manufactured in factories have their own birthdays. But I don't. The Fraxidus has no record of my birth. Nothing to prove my identity. There's only this image burrowed inside my head, playing over and over again in my dreams.
Oi oi.
In it, I would always step into the same lake. A woman sways her arms in the wind, crying. She stares from afar, calling out to me. Denia. Denia. Das wie Denia.
I am pretty sure Do Svidenia means goodbye in some Slavic language. Or maybe I am not sure. I am starting to doubt myself.
So if I truly had a name and a birthday, maybe I could then die as a real person. No?
Wow, this became deep. What makes you think so?
Because I'm running out of time. I'm out of time for so many things. But I can at least try to die with a little dignity, right? I should get to act like a real person. Face what I've done. Say a real goodbye. And then just end it the right way. What a shame. I even picked a good day to do it. But I never practiced how to properly say goodbye to them. Lying is the only thing I'm good at.
Is this the ending you're happy with?
Aww.
Of course not. But at least I was able to see their goofy smiles as I had them completely fooled, just like before. Something to die happy about, I guess.
But you're crying.
It's just a reaction. That's all. The idea that everything will just vanish. That it'll all go back to the void. It makes me cry. Instantly.
How did we even get into that conversation? I don't know. You started it. I just mentioned stuff. And my chat spiraled. Good night then, guess.
Just like years ago. When I touched it for the first time.
Huh, see, it was all your fault.
Even after you die, tomorrow, the sun still rises.
That's the pressing idea, Rover, don't say it.
Of course I know that. It's not like I think the world will change once I die.
It will change.
Sigrika and Nastasha's lives will change. They'll lose an important friend. No matter how they ultimately break from the shadows, what is lost forever.
Ever thought about continuing your life?
Do I deserve to?
That's not for me to judge. But in Renacida, I've met people just like you.
Oh no, Video's my baby! Mia!
In the lives forced upon them, happiness was always fleeting, leaving only pain and fear that never dissipate. Yet, even so, they fought for those brief, gifted moments of happiness till the very end. You once joked how the Great Rover is a savior. But in Renacida, I failed to save them.
But it sounds like they made their own choices.
True. Just like when you tried to drive me away. You also made what you thought was the best choice. You all hoped for more people to survive. And so did I. So, if the boundaries between humans and creations are already obscure, what is it that determines who we are?
I don't know.
It's the heart, Denia.
Hmm.
What you are isn't defined by where you're from, but by your heart.
The heart.
Are you willing to trust me?
This right here. A gift from the Grand Architect. The page buried within my frequency is here.
What the fuck is happening?
Could this be Leviathan?
Did I just use the power of separation?
Do you find your way home more often? Just as I thought. You can really work wonders, Rover.
I'm special.
Denia?
You are literally my least favorite type of person.
Okay. Guest lost and went away because it's night. Now, can you tell me why you loathe me? Love me, whatever.
Where do I start?
Phone is calling.
Rover, we've detected a severe frequency fluctuation. Is everything all right?
Yes, I guess.
Everything's fine. We'll be back soon.
What's her problem? I am her least favorite type of person. She doesn't like the hero type.
Very well. I'll see you soon.
Sounds like Professor Armand is getting a bit impatient. We should head back.
What about your answer?
No need to get ahead of yourself now. You're not quite there yet. I'm keeping it a secret for now.
Okay.
Plus, we still haven't fulfilled our agreement yet. Can't let the cake go to waste. Would you want to come out with me again after tomorrow?
I would.
Well, that makes things trickier. I still have things I have to do, after all. If only today could be a bit longer. However, did it ever cross your mind that my being alive and staying here might be an even bigger problem?
Well, Robert doesn't care.
If you feel you don't belong here, then someday in the future, would you be willing to?
Stop right there. It was just a joke. I don't want to put you in a tough spot. Easy. Today is my birthday. I won't be going anywhere. At least to you. This will be my last lie.
Okay, did she die? Is she dying? Or did she not die? What the what is happening? Where is my character? Accompany Denia back to the station.
You're early.
Denia's problem is existential suffering. Oh no! I became a Trinodian resonator. Everyone who was hurt was because of me.
First, no quick thrills.
Nana is conducting a thorough checkup on Denia. I imagine this must have been a very long day for you, Rover. Her conditions have greatly improved since this morning. As for the frequency fluctuation earlier, did something happen?
I stuck my hand into her heart.
About that.
Kids these days. You tell Arman about the book page left by the Grand Architect.
Residual energy of the Threnodian from Renacita. Could there be some form of interaction between the Threnodians? Is the Fractidus actually manipulating her and suppressing her abilities through such means? It's no wonder we couldn't find a source of the symptoms. Fortunately, you were here to assist, Rover.
What will happen to Denia after tomorrow?
It'll be the same as the past few days. Although she won't be sent to the new Federation, she'll still be kept under containment and assist with our research. I know what you're thinking, Rover. I've been monitoring your itinerary and field reports all day. But even if everyone recognizes her as a victim, the Space Trek Collective's work and responsibilities will not change for her. We don't have better solutions now. This is the fact.
What about her birthday cake?
We haven't had a chance to get it yet. It's still with Zahira. You can only get that specific fruit crackle she requested from Zahira. But since she hopes you can accompany her on her birthday, I believe you should be the one to personally bring her the cake. We'll be waiting for you here.
Now I have to go for a cake. Wuthering Waves has really nice NPC designs. I like this
Here
one.
to pick up the birthday cake? One moment, please.
And she's speaking in my mind.
Denia. She said she had to take care of something. But what exactly? Does it have something to do with the Threnodian's frequency in the Deemer Plains? If the Space Trek Collective finding Denia was part of the Grand Architect's plan, then what about removing that page from her? Or maybe, if I were in Denia's shoes.
Easy. Today is my birthday. I won't be going anywhere.
You see the time shown by the terminal, 00:15 AM. It's past Denia's birthday.
Here it is. I know it's a bit late, but I believe it's more than enough to convey your heart.
Rover, Denia has left the academy and is heading towards the Deemer Plains.
Knew it! How did she leave?
With her forte, we've detected residual void matter particles at the platform. Professor Armand was trapped inside a bubble. Luckily, no broken bones. She hasn't removed her resonance suppression device and tracker yet. Should we initiate the emergency protocol?
No. Give me her location.
Understood. Coordinates sent. Good luck, Rover.
It was not the end of the quest. I thought you would stop her.
I tried. But with her condition now, she would die if I tried any harder.
That doesn't sound like you.
Trees will grow tall, and leaves will turn green, Rover. That child simply made a grown-up decision.
Hey, I am not ready.
The Soul Vein Heartwood. Spectacular. No matter how many times I see it.
Oh, we are in the middle.
Will this be my last visit?
Well, I don't know.
Just as I
We'll
thought.
learn next time. To all researchers and students involved in Dimmer Plains operations, in response to the lingering void matter threat and support various field research needs, the Special Response Force has prepared a batch of origami constructs. I didn't finish reading. Once you enter the Dimmer Plains, they will automatically follow and assist you. Please note these origami constructs will stop following you once you leave the Dimmer Plains, and they are subject to a limited number of uses. Please be aware that the Dimmer Plains remain a high-risk zone. Exercise extreme caution and report your status promptly. Well, we don't have time for that. Because we kept yapping. I don't have time to continue the quest. The quest has like 24 sub-quests, and we are on 10. So, like, 14 left. La 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 la. Oh, today is a Honkai Star Rail special program. I didn't know that. Okay, thank you for dropping by, and we'll see each other next week, but in the morning, because I have afternoon shift next week. So I will be only able to stream in the morning. Anyway, we are raiding Serenity, so say hi to Serenity from me. And yeah, this will be the end for today. Bye bye!